Welcome back. Today's video is going to be on facial hair removal. So if you don't know, hey, my name's Adrika. I upload 3 times a week on this YouTube channel, so tune in every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday if you want to see my new uploads. So let's just talk a little bit about facial hair in this intro because I have a lot to say. If you didn't know, I am brown, I'm Bengali, and I produce a lot of body hair. I have very, very thick hair almost everywhere, not quite everywhere. I'm not like gorilla status quite yet, but I have a lot of head hair. I have, decently thick eyebrows. My boyfriend has even thicker eyebrows than me. The point I'm trying to make is that we have a lot of body hair. That also includes my poor face. My poor face grows a lot of hair. So I do have a slight mustache. There's nothing wrong with it. I do have some forehead hair, some cheek hair. I don't really have chin hair. But the forehead is really my main hair growing place. Now I just want to put this out there first and foremost that there is nothing wrong with having facial hair. That is how your natural body is supposed to be. You're supposed to grow hair just about everywhere. Remember that you are an ape, okay? You're not just human, you're also an ape, and you will grow hair everywhere. You're an animal. But the reason why I remove my facial hair is so my makeup can lay a lot smoother. The difference in smoothness is so drastic that I prefer to remove my facial hair. What I'm going to be tackling today is just the face, so I will be getting rid of my unwanted eyebrow hair as well, so I can have my nice little shape back. Get rid of my mustache because foundation likes to really cling to those patches, and my forehead and kind of cheek hair because I don't want my face to be this rough feeling. I like my face to be a little bit smoother. Now going in with any type of hair removal is usually going to cause a light exfoliation to the face. So make sure you are not using any glycolic acid, any salicylic, any abrasive exfoliant at all right before doing this. It can irritate the skin and you will maybe get those little bumps on your upper lip and everywhere else. It's not fun at all. So I just do want to put this out there. You don't need to remove any body hair if you really don't want to. My arms have been hairy for the last 18 years and I do not give a crap. My arm hair is really soft. It doesn't impede on anything. There's no makeup going on my arm, no nothing. So that's just what I prefer for my face, for my makeup application to be better, and for my face just be smoother feeling in texture anyways. So now that I have that disclaimer out of the way, everything that I use, I will try to link down below, maybe Amazon links or maybe some Ulta links if I can find them. I don't use a lot of products, so this is going to be kept very, very simple. And of course, I know you're not gonna watch the rest of this video without subscribing because that would be rude, wouldn't it? So if you do like anything that you see here, please make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment down below what you use for hair removal, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. So if you want to see how I remove my facial hair, then just keep on watching. So first things first, I like to pull the entirety of my hair back because in a lot of this, my baby hairs can kind of get taken away along with my facial hair. So we want to make sure we don't take any head hair while we are removing the face hair. I'm going to start with the mustache because this is what I usually like to start with. I'm going to zoom you guys in the closest my camera can zoom in, and we're gonna have a gander at my grown out mustache. Hello, we're very close. I hope my camera can pick it up. It might not be able to, but I have mainly hair growing right over here and right over here. So actually, before I start just picking away at my face, I want to mention that all of my tools are disinfected right before and after use. You do not want bacteria going back on your face, especially if you have acne like me. I'm going to give you a lot of tips and tricks to help minimize the irritation to the skin, any of those little bumps that you can get, those irritation bumps. I'm going to help you minimize all of that as much as possible, and that is definitely tip number 1. Disinfect your tools before and after use every single goddamn time, okay? So this is what I use for the mustache. This is called an epilator stick. I know, okay? It's very boingy. It can do some windmills. You can mass tweeze all of your mustache hairs by pulling it up and down in this type of motion. I'm not pulling out any hairs yet, but that is the type of motion that you want to do. So the epilator stick is going to be a bit painful. I would prefer threading, but I cannot for the life of me thread my own face. And this is so easy that I could just watch TV, watch a YouTube video, do something else, and just go to town like this on my face, and it will pretty much take out a majority of it. And then I like to go in with my other tools to help clean it up. Let me explain that better. The stick comes like this. You want to squeeze it together, and then once you lay it flat against the skin, you want to pull up. You want to pull your fingers out in this type of motion, and it will tweeze all of those hairs. What I'm doing here, I don't know if you'll even be able to catch any of the hairs because my hairs are quite fine. And while I'm doing this, I want to talk about a lot of stigma attached to body hair. So growing up, I got made fun of a lot for having a ton of body hair. There were so many boys and kids in my class, especially, that would make fun of me because I had more hair than the guys in the class. There were many times when kids would call me Chewbacca, you know, they would make fun of my hairy arms, and it really affected me. And I would I remember constantly ask my mom to shave my legs. And of course she would say no, because it's like, what? You're like 9, why do you need to shave your legs? That was really heartbreaking for me. I really wanted to shave my legs. That was until 8th grade graduation. My mom let me use Nair on my legs. So it took me a very long time to actually get it all off in time for graduation on that day. But then it was like, I want to tweeze my eyebrows. It was like one thing after another. Oh, I got to shave my legs. Now I want to tweeze my eyebrows. But the reason I wanted to tweeze my eyebrows is because oh my god, that hurt. I wanted to do makeup on myself, and my eyebrows before, if I find a picture, I will pull it up right here. Oh my god. I had the most like Bushman eyebrows ever. They weren't eyebrows that I was happy with, like shape wise. They didn't do much to my face. They made my face look very droopy to me because they did point downwards, and I wanted my eyebrows to be like more lifting to the face. They were threaded when I was a junior in high school. And then when I seriously started getting into makeup, I would want to shave my face because I have a lot of hair. More so than peach fuzz, it's actual little tiny pieces of hair all over my forehead. Also, if you guys didn't know, if you look at my nose and you see the tiny little like black dots, those aren't blackheads. They're hairs. I am that hairy that I just have tiny little hairs all over my nose. But I just want to tell you this as a brown woman to any other brown girls, other brown women, anyone, brown men, brown boys, that body hair doesn't matter. It's so superficial and just like hair. It's hair. What is it gonna do? What is it gonna kill you? Is it gonna give you the bubonic plague? No, it's not gonna do any of that. It's hair. And a lot of me as a child was just overreacting and wanting to appease other people. Because the upkeep, if I wanted to shave my entire body constantly, would be insane. And I don't want to do it. If it's for somebody else, why am I gonna put that much effort? Because my hair grows back instantaneously. I would need to shave every single day. That is so much money spent on razors, on shaving cream, all of that business, and I don't want a part of it. If you want to shave your body hair, that is completely up to you, just like how I don't want to ever shave my arm hair. Sometimes I'll occasionally shave my leg hair if I want to add like a little bit of glow to them, maybe for the beach, some pictures, you know, that stuff. Where I just want my legs to look very smooth. Sometimes I'll do it, not often. I definitely don't do it year round. That's my little rant on facial hair as I do my mustache. I'm gonna finish this up because this takes me a while, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, so now that I have a red mustache, I forgot to mention that the reason why I do use the epilator stick for the mustache area is because it will remove it from the root. So for me, I want my mustache hair to be taken out for as long as possible, and whatever little tiny hairs that are left over, I will go over with my facial razor. But I want to make sure that it's plucked by the root, which means I get less irritation, less surface abrasion also. My skin gets very, very irritated after doing this, so really make sure if your skin also gets very irritated to, of course, wash your face with some water. Afterwards, splash it with some cold water. Make sure all the little tiny hairs are gone from the face, and then just apply like a very soothing gel-based moisturizer. Now that the mustache is basically done, next I'm actually going to go into the eyebrows. So I actually like to leave my eyebrows like decently messy. They're not that bad of a shape right now, but they need to be a little bit cleaned up so that they can go back to my original shape. So this is just a Real Techniques slanted brow spoolie. Just any spoolie will do. This spoolie is just from a kit that came with my favorite tweezers, which I'm about to use right now from Real Techniques. They are amazing. And we're just gonna take these tweezers, like I said, from Real Techniques. These are the best for me. They're just slanted and perfect. And then I can just start taking out little tiny hairs that are outside of my shape. I already pretty much have my shape outlined. What you can do if you don't already have your shape pretty much there is take your eyebrow pencil and pretty much outline the shape that you like, and then pluck out whatever hairs are outside of that outline. So I will just go in, and I pretty much need to do like a mass tweeze. If you have two hands available to you and not just one like me, because I'm holding this mirror with this hand, you want to hold your eyebrow taut and then pull, because it will cause a lot less pain. I'm going to do this eyebrow and finish up this eyebrow, and then we're gonna come back to shape it out some more. This is the point where I start looking really, really crazy, because my eyebrows are red, my upper lip is red, everything is just red and irritated. I have a little tiny like manicure set, and with that came these really small scissors. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak today. They're slightly angled right at the top right there. These are perfect for cutting my eyebrow hair because I have really gnarly long eyebrow hairs. They like to grow a mile long, so we're just gonna snip them. This is really better demonstrated than said. So you can see that I have some hair growing right outside of my shape. So I want to match it up. So I just cut right up to this line of my eyebrow. And really for this step especially, less is more. So I'll take my brush and I'll push my eyebrow hairs up, and I will just snip the very, very ends. And then of course every time you cut, make sure to brush everything out and look at the entire shape overall. So it is very, very important to do that, because it may look okay if you're this close, but once you see the whole brow, it looks crazy. I will go and do that, and then I will be right back to basically shave my face. So the eyebrows have basically been cut. So those are the eyebrows. Now you must be wondering, what about the top of the eyebrow? Well, this is where my little eyebrow razor comes in, and I can really shape them out. I don't mind my eyebrows looking a little bit messy. If you want a more clean and defined look, I really recommend threading. It will give you the sharpest, cleanest, most beautiful brow ever. But I'm trying to save some cash, and also it's not too hard for me to do it at home. Now pretty much the last step for me is to go in with a little eyebrow razor. Now this I actually bought at H Mart, LMAO. It was H Mart is basically an Asian grocery store if you don't know, and pretty much you can buy these anywhere. Just make sure that they're really high quality and they're really sharp. Of course, this especially needs to be disinfected. I go in with a tiny little pointed Q-tip. I go through every little hinge of the damn razor. I will take out everything, but there is still going to be like hair trapped in there, but the entire blade and everything is disinfected and cleaned. This is going to be the most satisfying thing that you have probably ever seen, because I'm going to shave my forehead hair right now. It's an experience, okay? It's so satisfying. I'm going to start with the top, not my head hair. We're gonna make sure we don't touch the head hair. Make sure I'm in frame, and we're just gonna move it down. Nice and slow. Short strokes. And when we get to the eyebrow, we can lift off the hair. And this is how I get it really quite smooth. This is going to cause just a tiniest bit of exfoliation, like I said before. This part is where your skin can really get irritated, so take your time. Make sure your razor is really sharp. If your razor is dull, you will have a really hard time. And of course, this is also where I clean up the top of the eyebrow. I don't get too close because I'm scared. If these hairs leave, then it's just game over for the eyebrow for me. But I do get in as close as I can and make sure not to go too overboard. My temples especially have a lot of hair, so of course I will angle it to go right up against the brow and take off the excess. And always go with the grain on your face. So in the direction that the hair is growing, go that exact same direction. For shaving other places, it is really recommended to go against the grain, but for the face, you really want to minimize irritation, so I prefer to go with the grain. And keep in mind, I do also have acne, so I need to make sure really that I don't cause acne on the face. Now, I will literally just take this over my face, only if I don't have any active breakouts. So I am only going to do half of the face, just to see if you guys can notice a difference. I get a lot of hair right around here. You just want to be really, really gentle and soft with the razor, because remember, it is still a blade against your skin. Now this is not going to take out the hair by the root, so this will grow back quicker than if you were to, let's say, wax your face. But because this is facial hair, it takes a really, really long time to grow. And now for the finishing touch, my temples back here, I start right at the bottom. That is usually where I get a lot of hair. So basically on that half of my face, that is how much hair came off. Some of it got blown away, but that is pretty much the amount of hair. So this is also where I will have tiny little eyebrow hairs that I will go in with very, very careful short strokes. You probably can't notice, but this half, so much smoother, and this half still needs some work. Most times I will pluck this middle unibrow section, but today I forgot, so I'm just gonna shave it off. It doesn't matter too much to me. I don't really grow much of a unibrow personally, so we're just gonna get rid of all of this hair first and then worry about that. Now, if you have any open pustules, any giant cysts, anything like that, avoid those as much as possible. Don't even go near those, because those are basically wounds. You're going to spread bacteria. In this area, I like to pull my sideburns back. And basically, I just like to start at the end of the ear. That is where I like to start removing. So I just want to show you that is all the hair from my face on that side, because it is so satisfying to me to see all of this come out of my face. So pretty much last step is right in between the brows. You gotta be really careful when you're doing this, just using the tip. Not too much pressure, of course. And now for the rest of the upper lip hair. I will, of course, every time go with the grain. These hairs will grow back much quicker because I did choose to shave them off instead of using the epilator stick. I have hair all over my face, little tiny little particles, but my face is now fresh and shaved and plucked and epilated, and it will look 10 times better when I apply my makeup now. Okay guys, so wrapping up this video, I just want to clear up a few misconceptions or two. When you shave your hair, a lot of people think that the hair will grow back thicker. Now, there is no way for the hair to grow back thicker. You're not disturbing the hair follicle. You're not telling the hair follicle anything. The hair follicle is not getting disturbed in any which way when you shave the skin. Think of my arm hair. This is the perfect example. My arm hair is very, very thin and very, very wispy because it has never been cut or shaved or waxed, anything. So the hair here is going to be very thin and tapered out. Freshly shaven hair will grow as just a blunt cut edge. And over time, it can, of course, thin out just like my arm hair. So that's just a misconception I want to put out there. Hair does not grow back thicker, it grows back more blunt, and it can appear thicker because of that, but it is not technically thicker. Now, if you follow all of my tips, basically go with the grain, go slow, short strokes with the razor, you will minimize the amount of irritation you will get on the skin. You will minimize the amount of bumps that can happen and all of that. It can still happen. What's really important is after this for you to go wash your face and apply just a really light, nice moisturizer. Maybe splash some cold water on your face if your face gets as red as mine does when I do this. But that is basically how I remove my facial hair. If I can find any of the products I used, I will link them all down below, so definitely check it out if you want any of the links to the products I used. I do upload every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so definitely tune in. If you liked anything that you saw here, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like and comment down below how you like to remove your facial hair, or if you remove your facial hair at all. And of course, don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!